Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the RDA. Ralf Rangnick has, well, I would like to say has been sacked by Manchester United, but according to the club and, to Ralf, it's by mutual agreement, so we're going to get into that. Apologies for having been gone a few days. Like I said, generally I tell you guys if I'm going to not be on the channel, but my internet has been dead since the last time you guys have seen me, and hence why the lack of videos, but it is what it is. It's up and running again, so smash a like on the video, subscribe if you are new. But yeah, initial thoughts about this whole story, and I'm going to read the club statement. I think it's just deeper than what the club say and just about the Austria job. I think the early signs were there from just how certain legends of the club, certain people in the club, how can I say, viewed Ralf's tenure at Manchester United during his interim time. I think we can all say as United fans, even though some of us, even including myself, wanted Ralf Rangnick to be an interim manager. His time as interim manager has drastically failed, but that was never always the end goal. I wanted Ralf to come in because I always thought that the job that he was going to do after being interim manager was going to be the most important part. When you hear Ralf speak in press conferences or you watch his interviews in the past, you see what he's done for clubs like Leipzig. You just think, and especially in Manchester United's sense, you just think a guy like Ralf Rangnick could be very important and vital to properly be rebuilding Manchester United. He's a proper footballing person. He's got a footballing brain. He has, what can I say, what's right for the club in his brain. He knows how to fix it, And I think that this is wrong of the club. But who knows? And I think also the second signs were when Ten Hag was even asked about Ralf Rangnick. In Ten Hag's first press conference, he was asked about Ralf, the consultancy role. Even Ralf, when he was asked about the consultancy role, there was never too much detail in it, And it's just like Manchester United and the Glazers, to give us, all the fans, give us this false perception, this false hope that, maybe Ralf could go upstairs and have a proper say, have a good backing in rebuilding this club. But as we can see from the evidence now, this has not come to fruition. So, official club statement from Manchester United. Ralf Rangnick has announced that he will not be staying on at Manchester United as a consultant due to the demands of his new role as an Austria manager. Now, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but I'm pretty sure Ralf, maybe not Ralf has said, but I think there was almost a sense that Ralf could do both jobs. Being an Austrian manager, yes, it can be taxing when there's actually things to do, but I think during the off-season, and there is a lot of off-season for Austria, and especially because it's Austria, no disrespect to it, it's not really like a nation that's going to win a World Cup or going to win a Euros or going to win this, It's really not that important. I mean, you'd think rebuilding Manchester United is much bigger, and that would be his focus, because I don't think Ralf is going to be busy 24/7 with this Austrian job. I mean, that's just a bit, I don't know, for me it seemed like it's a bit of a lie. I mean, how can you be busy 24/7 being manager of Austria when most of the time it's off season? And even when you are in off season, for example, what you're going to really do when your players are playing for the franchise leagues? It is what it is. But anyways, the club statement then continues. Rangnick confirmed in the news press conference with Austria on Sunday, and Manchester United has said, I would like to thank Ralf Rangnick for his efforts as interim manager over the past 6 months. By mutual agreement, Ralf will now focus solely on his new role as manager of the Austria national team and will not therefore be taking up the consultancy role at Old Trafford. We would like to wish Ralf all the best of luck in his next chapter of his career. Rangnick took charge at the beginning of December and led the team through the remainder of the challenging season, with his spell as interim boss providing United with crucial time to conduct a thorough search for our next manager, resulting in the appointment of Erik ten Hag. He will now take charge of Austria for the upcoming Nations League fixtures as they face Croatia, Denmark and France in Group A1. Once again, we are grateful to Ralf for all his hard work and wish him the best for the future. Well, there you go, simple as that. I wouldn't think it would be a big deal. Like I said, I think the fact that Ralf has failed, well, he has failed as an interim manager, kind of lessens the blow towards United fans. I think that's why United fans wouldn't really care that much. But if you're a fan like me and you just know who's like above the hierarchy, the Glazers, And even though there's Merton now and there's Richard Arnold, you know, I still have my doubts about whether they are proper footballing people and whether they have what's good for the football club in their heart, or if it really is just about the money, as it always is, and the business side of things for Manchester United. So in that sense, I'm disappointed that Ralf will not be here. You know, this is where Ralf could have done and shown his best work. You know, this is where Ralf is supposed to shine, not as a manager, no, but as rebuilding a football club, as a director of football, or whatever the role could have been. To take his advice, listen to what he has said, you know, recommend some things here and there. But I guess, you know, when you have such a failing interim period at the club, you don't really have much backing to your name now, do you, Mr. Ralf? But personally, I don't know how Maloto feels about it. I think Maloto is also about the same as me. You know, yes, Ralf, we can both agree. Well, failed as an interim manager, like I've said multiple times in this video, but we'd like him to still do his work upstairs. But so yeah, personally, I think from Ralf, footballing side, there really isn't much to thank you other than, you know, I'd still have taken you over Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, that's for sure. And it's very unfortunate that I think we couldn't see the best of your work. And the best that what you can do, and I think that's genuinely where you belong, is on a higher role upstairs, leading from the top like that. As a manager, clearly being a manager means a lot to you. I think it's shown when you are at interim manager at United, and I think it shows by you accepting the Austria job. So like I said, no bad blood, Mr. RALF RANGNICK. All the best to you and your career. Other than that, let's see what happens. A bit slow start to the off season for United, you know. Things are being kept quite quite secretive under Manchester United, which is not like us, but maybe it's for the better. But yeah, let's just see what happens with regards to transfers and just general news here and there. Other than that, I hope you're all doing well. Smash a like on the video, subscribe if you are new. I shall see you all very soon. Goodbye.